nigga, what you do today? Broke ass nigga, what you do today? The young OG, bitch, I talk more shit than Dogface.
The most dangerous voice in Detroit is running all over the YouTube streets. You better look over your shoulder, because you never know who or what's going to get it next. Because Dogface TV is in the area.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Let's go.
Mic check 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Let's go, people. My name is Dogface Calderon. On behalf of the YouTube streets, I want to welcome y'all. Hey, we've been. So it seems as if that we take vacations. That's because we do. It's not easy being commentators when it comes to all the crazy shit that we see happening in the black community, and not just the black community. Because some of the shit that we be talking about, it don't have to do with black people per se, but the YouTube streets is an ensemble of men and women, right, who talk about things that happen in the world of entertainment, current event things that happen in the world of entertainment, sports, politics, what have you. We talk about everything. We talk about everything, right? Let's introduce the panel. Public figure Boogie TV.
Time to go to work.
Yeah, Detroit gossip. Everybody's favorite person who we don't know who he is.
What up, though?
But he's here and he's upgrading his equipment. Now he got a high-powered ass microphone.
Don't do that. Don't do that. I'm here with y'all.
And then we have
I gotta go get a mic.
Now we all gotta go get microphones. He's trying to show out. And then we have everybody's favorite uncle. And in this corner, it's an uncle like this in everybody's family, bro. It's always the scurvy ass uncle with the wild Irish roll with the brown paper bag, right?
With the Kool-Aid in it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. He know you.
Purple Kool-Aid.
You must know him.
The platinum rose with the purple Kool-Aid.
Yeah, he must know you. You know him. Uncle G.
Hey, we one and the same. That's that 90s shit. You hear me?
That's my nephew.
Yeah, everybody your nephew. Everybody's your nephew. Everybody. All gangsters is nephew. He ain't got not one nephew with no goddamn sense. Uncle Juice, the Beat Factory 313 is in the building. Hey, listen, let's just go right to it, right? Our next guest, we call his name is Cartier Wade, right? He is a relative of Dewan and is it Lakylia? Lakylia Taylor. If you've heard the name Juan and Lakylia Taylor, if you've heard it and you're not sure where you heard it from, a couple of weeks ago there was a incident at the Footlocker in East Point. East Point is the northern suburb of Detroit. It's an eastern suburb. I was just at that Footlocker maybe 2 weeks ago looking for a pair of Air Force Ones. I don't really wear Air Force Ones, but I had an outfit. I ain't flat going to Somerset, and I had to go. I was going to the concert, to the D-Lo concert. So I shot up to the Footlocker on 8 Mile and Kelly Road, and that's hood right there, right? Uh-huh. It's a tragic event that occurred at the Footlocker in the Footlocker parking lot. When I heard about it on the news, I think we all were on doing a podcast when the whole thing had erupted. I think we were doing one of our early morning podcasts or our early midday podcast when the news came down the pipe. Dewan and Lakylia Taylor were involved with a shooting that resulted in the death of a couple of people. And since that time, it's been a firestorm. There's been a great debate about, whether it was justified in terms of the people who got shot and died. There's been a great debate about what happened. There's been a lot of debate. It's been a debate, but the debate it's full of misinformation. It's full of half truths. It's full of just flat out lies. And so
shit ain't right.
Yeah, it
ain't coming out right.
Y'all know,
and that's what we about to do today.
Y'all know when public
get right.
So somebody right. Boogie riled up.
Cause man, the shit ain't right.
Let me give my preface first, Boogie. So listen. So there was an incident between Dewan and Lakylia and several other people, but Dewan and Lakylia were not there by themselves. They were accompanied by a couple of younger people who were teenagers, right? So go here. Let's just jump right into it. Let's go here, Cartier.
So it was actually two. So first, let me say this, right? Let me say condolence to the family, right?
Yes, sir.
Let me say that. Condolence to the family. Like we wish this situation never happened. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, you know what I mean, we all black, you know what I mean? We all part of this community, you know what I mean? And we ain't trying to keep it going back and forth, you know what I mean? Like it's unfortunate on both ends, you know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
it could have easily been us grieving and them fighting, you know what I mean, for their family freedom, you know what I mean? So uh we ain't too far from, you know what I mean? We
Reversing
right
role.
there. Yeah,
Right.
yeah, we right there. So I want to say that. I want to say condolences to the family. And I think I think I seen like maybe one of the mothers and the fathers when with the court, and I wanted to speak to them, but you know, like you don't know if you could approach people these days. You know what I mean? Like, cause I ain't want to do it over there. I'm the type of person like face to face. I wanted to tell you and let them know it's real. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I did want to tell them that. So if they watching and they ain't hot headed and they can have a conversation, you know what I mean. I would like to tell them face to face. I'm sorry for their loss. You know what I mean.
Let me say this to
But
you, brother. Let me say this before you continue. I am so happy that you started this interview that way because I think it's an unfortunate set of circumstances that the whole thing is an unfortunate set of circumstances that we wish would have played out differently, right? But I'm glad you started out that way because I want to put a human face on this. Like you just said, we're not gloating about anybody losing their life in this tragedy. It's unfortunate, and we send our condolences, like you just said, you send your condolences to the people, to the families of those who lost their lives in this sensitive situation, right? And I'm
yeah, they
glad you started
kids,
out
man.
there
They
because it
kids,
puts
they
a human,
kids, man. They
yeah,
kids. They had their
it
whole
puts
life
a human
ahead
face
of them.
on all this, right? It put the human face on this. So I'm gonna let you have the floor, right? And can you tell us what led up? Because there's a lot of I want to attack the misinformation, and I don't even want to introduce what people have been saying. I just want you to tell me, based on what you know, based on the history that you know, what took place and how we got to the Footlocker.
From the
Like I say,
beginning.
like I say,
From the beginning.
I just moved back down here from out of state. You feel me?
Right,
So I've been back for like 3 months. You know what I mean? Now, uh, I know my nephew do music. You know what I mean?
right,
This is not my era. Not the type of music I'm listening to. You feel me? I'm used to the big hurts. You feel me? The Cheddar Boys. You know what I mean? The Street Lords. You feel me? Back in that era, we was talking about the money. This new shit. You know what I mean? Whatever. So, uh, I moved back down here. So all I know is if my nephew do music. You feel me? Could it stand from that? I don't know. Do they know each other? I don't know. That's something that maybe the younger generation know, or maybe somebody on their end. Cause like I said, I ain't been here that long. But what I do know from that day, right? Um, uh, so it was actually my nephew and two of my nieces. And you can say three because the other young lady that was with them, that's my little cousin. But the way we grow up is no little cousin. Like if you're an elder, that's your uncle and that's niece. You feel me? So
right.
unless they close age, then it's cousin. Any elders in my family is the uncles and the aunties. You know what I mean?
Got you.
So we a very close knit family. You know what I mean? Uh, so as I say, so to say, three of my nieces was there and my nephew.
Okay.
Okay. So it appears from looking at the camera that they was followed. You know what I mean? When she pulls in, she missed. They come from the same way. I'm not sure if it's that the 8 Mile way or the Cali way, but
That was
uh,
8 Mile way. They
that
came
was
in
the eight
through
mile.
8 Mile. Yeah.
So did the truck come in from off 8 Mile
The truck
or
came
was
in
that Cali?
off 8 Mile. It made it right into the parking
Okay.
lot of 8 Mile.
Okay. So this what happened. She's traveling up 8 Mile too. She missed that exit where the truck come in at. She
Right.
missed that exit, so she had to go around and come back in. So you
Right.
seeing her going around and coming back in, and as she coming back in, They pulls up, park caddy corner. You know
Well,
what I mean?
let's go slow down for a minute, Cartier. When she pulled in, she backed in, she was already there.
Yeah, but see, so when she pulls in, she actually ain't back in.
Uh-huh.
She came around in the loop. Like I say, she missed the 8 Mile turn, so
Right.
she had to
Turn on
come in
Kelly
from off
Road.
Cali.
Oh, Kelly, yes, I got you.
So she came in, boom, and she pulled up and parked. So she
Right.
was actually facing Cali.
Yes, she
The
was.
trunk of the car was facing the Footlocker.
Yeah, so she backed into the parking spot, is what I'm saying.
No, I think she just pulled into the car, because you got the back spot, and you got the, you know what I mean? It's two
Yeah,
sides
so
you can park on,
I
as
got
far
you.
as the
So
road.
what kind of car was she driving in?
I think it's Malibu or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like,
So
you know what I mean?
okay, I got you. So but the whole point. So here's what one of the biggest arguments was who followed who where, who stalked is the word they were using. Who followed who in terms of trying to instigate a situation. Your niece, and your nephew were already there before the men pulled into the
So
parking lot.
if they watch the video, then they can see her pulling in and parking. Then they see them come in from off 8 Mile, pull up and park in the handicap parking spot in the slant, and sit there and wait for them to get out the car and start walking towards the Footlocker. When they got by that little grassy part, that's when the truck of the door opened and he say something to my nephew. Now, my nephew not knowing who he is at the time, you know what I mean? So my nephew continued walking. He said something else. My nephew looked over at the girls and probably say something like who he talking to, and he still continued to walk. It was when he got by the Footlocker front door and dude continued to say something to him when he realized who he is. Boom. Then he looked like, okay, that's dude. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So boom, when he looked and see that that's dude, he know who he had dealings with and what they capable of. So I believe he started to walk in a slant to get his sister out of because one of them is my sister daughter, and him and her is my brother's son and daughter. You know what I mean?
Okay, so
So
1 second, Cartier. How old is Juwan and Lakylia? How old? Yeah.
Dewan is either 20 or 21. Lakylia is 19. She actually be 20. I think like the 20th of next month or something like that. I know she gonna end up spending her birthday. We was hoping she'd come home with the court, but they set her court date to the 27th. So she'll
Okay,
be
and
spending
so
her birthday up in there.
okay,
So
so
she'll turn
what?
20 in jail.
Okay, so I got you.
But
So you had two other young ladies with them as well. You know how old they
yes,
were?
they all around the same age, I believe. Yeah, both of them is 19. So all three of them is 19. They all around the same age. I know they turn 20 and around the same time, different months. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But all up for the most part, 19, 20.
Okay, so listen, I'll cue the video. So with your permission, I like to play the video right now, and I don't know if you can see it now, but I have the video queued up.
I mean, I just seen it enough. I know it.
Yeah,
by heart.
I got you. So I'm gonna play the video so that the people who are tuned in now can see exactly what we are talking about. So the person in the black Jeep, the black 4-door Jeep, I believe it's a Compass. Those are that's not your. Those are the people who actually end up dying.
Yes, those was the people that I believe. Me watching the video, I believe they follow them. Those are the people that was following my niece and nephew.
Okay, so what color was your niece's car?
It was like a blue. It's like a bluish car.
Okay, I got you. So and so your niece's car was parked next to the handicap parking spot, right?
No, they parked all the way across the field.
So your niece's car was parked.
Okay, you see like that center divider?
I see
it. You see
right
right there. Yeah, they parked over there behind that. Yeah, they
over
parked
here.
up in there. That's her car right there. I believe you're going to right now. I believe you got the key on her car right now.
I got you. So that's her right there.
Yeah.
Okay. So I got you. So she's parked facing Kelly Road. This is 8 Mile over here. This is Kelly Road. So were they all driving in the same car, or they had multiple cars?
They all. She was taking him I believe I know it was one of his people's birthday, so I know he was shopping for that, and maybe he was shopping to do maybe like a video or
They were
something.
going shopping.
Yeah, yeah. I think
Okay,
he was
so
going
I mean,
shopping for a music video or
okay, okay, I got you.
for a
So
birthday party.
he was going to buy some shoes, jogging
Yeah,
fit. It's
yeah,
Foot Locker here, right?
yeah, yeah.
Let's play this. So right now,
So hold
this,
on, let me say this before you play it, right?
go ahead, go ahead.
Because anybody with some type of common sense, bro, if you if they was the agitators, and we ain't even trying to, because it ain't even about it, like I said, it's unfortunate, but the truth is the truth though. But if they was the agitators, they would have never parked facing Cali. They would have parked, you know what I mean, facing the Foot Locker, so they could see what they doing. You know what I mean? The fact that they facing everybody in the car is now looking at Cali. They in the blind. If they wanted to run up on the back of the car and do anything, so that just lets you know right there they had no knowledge of them even being there. You know what
Okay,
I
so
mean?
this
This
we gonna
wasn't no pull up. This wasn't no pull up and meet and fight or none of this. They had no knowledge of them even being there. Because
okay.
I seen that on the internet too. They were saying like, oh,
Listen,
they met up there to fight. No, this wasn't
hey,
that.
listen. Hey, Carl, you take a deep breath, right? This right here, fuck what the internet is talking about. You on the YouTube streets. It don't get no bigger than this right here. Not in the Midwest, not in Detroit, certainly not in Detroit. So we're gonna play the video and we're gonna narrate it because from what we're looking at right now, your niece and nephew, they're already parked when this black SUV Jeep pulls up. They're already there, right?
That's a fact.
So it's not like they didn't follow the men in the black Jeep there. The men in the black Jeep followed them. That's obvious. So let's play this so that the viewers can look at it, so the dog pound can see it. So right here, that is this black Jeep. I think it's a Compass, 4-door black Jeep car with tinted windows, pulling up in it pulled up kitty corner in a handicap parking spot, right? So that's them. So Lakylia and Dewan, they're over here by this tree in the Malibu, park facing Kelly Road, right? This is East Point. It's 8 Mile down here. It's Kelly Road right here. So let's look at it. We're gonna play. We're gonna let it play. So this one walks. She has nothing to do with it. She walks into the Foot Locker, who's back in right here. So here.
See the door open? Across the parking lot.
Hold on, it's gonna play again.
They coming across the parking lot.
So they was waiting on him.
Hold on. So this over here is Dewan and Lakylia and the two other people who are already parked, right?
Yes, two of my all of them came in the same car. So
all the same car.
Yes,
they're
that's
parked.
my nephew and 3 of my nieces.
Right.
So he sure didn't come to meet the fight with 3 females.
Yeah, you hear me?
Right. So listen,
ain't no way.
So it wasn't no meet the fight. They're parked. They're all walking into the Foot Locker to shop. These people in this black SUV obviously pulled up to do what we're about to see happens right now.
Right.
As you can see, he steady walking. He don't even know. This is where he realized who he is.
Right.
He move away.
He started walking away from the girls.
He started walking backwards. Yeah, he started moving away, walking in the anger,
from the girls because he trying to see.
Yeah,
he trying to get away from them in case something about to happen.
Yeah, in case they get the shooting. Also, you know what I mean? If he's right in front of that Foot Locker, then he get the shooting. You know what I mean? Innocent people inside the Foot Locker, all that.
All right. So
dog jumped out with the burner in his hand.
Hold on. Yeah. So right here, we can see that in his right hand, he has a firearm of some sort that looks like it has an extended magazine in it. He's walking. Is this your nephew right here with the black?
Yeah, that's my nephew.
That's your nephew right here. So listen, he's with 3 other females. The females are walking towards the Foot Locker door at this particular point in time. He walked away from the females, drawing this gentleman's attention away from the females who he was with.
Right.
Now, we got a guy out right here coming out the back door.
He have nothing. He came from another car.
Right here? No, I'm talking about right here.
Not
him.
Oh,
right
yeah. Not him. Yeah.
He out the back door.
Yeah, he the one hitting my other niece.
Right, he out the back door right here. So we have this gentleman in the gray jogging suit with the white shoes. He jumps out with a firearm in his hand. Your nephew's walking towards the door of the Footlocker until this gentleman got out the car, and we don't know what was said, but your nephew obviously, okay, I know dog. I know what dog on, so let me walk this way. He walked away from the females he was with, including your niece and the 2 other women, right?
Once again, like I say, they got. So at the time, he's thinking about their safety. He ain't even thinking about his.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? This is how close they is. Like you know what I mean? Like it's so deep I can go into it because
No, we got you. We got you. But let's get to the video first, and then we'll have a follow-up conversation. So let's go back to this. This is 8 Mile right here.
Yeah.
This is your niece and nephew and 2 other people walking across. They're not even parked. They pulled in, obviously. This is like a female right here.
Yeah,
is this a female on the passenger side?
Yeah, now see, that's his girlfriend. That's the dude that jumped out with the gun. That's
right.
His girlfriend, which is the best friend from what I'm hearing. She is dating him, but
Her
that's
son.
her deceased son best friend.
Say it again.
So when her son passed away, she started dating his best friend, from what I'm hearing.
She an older
That's the
woman.
best friend.
Hold on. So who is she again?
So she had a son that passed away. I'm hearing she had a son that passed away. Them 2 was best friends, and when her son passed away, I guess they got to dating or whatever. So that's her boyfriend at the moment.
Okay, I got you. So right here is your. Hold on, Boogie.
I got a video on that did 19,000.
Hold on.
Hold on, 1 second. 1 second. It's gonna go black for a minute. 1 second.
So this is the best shot we can find right here. So what happens here is they're all walking. They're all walking away from. They're all walking towards the Footlocker door. All 4 people. They are approached by the young man who's driving the black SUV. He jumps out the SUV with a gun in his hand, and then another gentleman jumps out the back driver's side of the SUV. Boogie, you got another video of this or something?
No. It's a video when it first happened. An old girl that got in the passenger seat after they had, was laid out. She was at his feet. The one who jumped out with the pistol.
Okay.
She was at his feet, like, you get a good shot of her face of who she is and shit like that.
Okay, so I don't know if you can talk about this, but how do they know each other, Cartier?
I don't know. No, it's they young. I don't know. From what I hear, I don't know if they went to school together. I don't know. You know what I mean? I really don't know. Like I say, I've been gone. But only thing obviously they had to know each other. You know what I mean? My nephew recognized him and he recognized my nephew. So they obviously knew each other. Like I say, I don't know if it's from the music. I don't know if they went to school together. I don't know if they used to hang in the same neighborhood. I really don't know the backstory. You know what I mean?
Okay, I got you. So what you're saying and what the family is saying, because you're speaking for the family as a whole at this particular point in time, what you're saying is this. Hey, listen, here's the video. In the video clearly shows that my niece, my nephew, and my other nieces pulled up to Footlocker to go in the Footlocker. They didn't pull up like the story has been told to fight. They didn't pull up to rumble in the jungle. They pulled up to walk into Footlocker to buy something. They didn't pull up to meet anybody. It was not a rendezvous. It was not, we're going to fight, we're going to shoot, we're going to do none of that kind of shit. They pulled up to go about their business. And they were greeted by the young man who was driving the black SUV in the gray jogger suit who jumped out with a pistol in his hand. Is that what we're saying?
Yeah.
Okay. So what do you think? I mean, because I would have thought that this video was an obvious way to clear up all the lies and rumor and innuendo and all the misinformation that have been put out there. I would have thought that once this video was leaked or released, I would have thought that it would have destroyed all of the arguments about Dewan and Lakylia pulling up to engage in a beef. And then there was a story where it said that they followed the people in the black Jeep up there and started to beef with them. This video, in my mind, it clears all that up.
Yeah, that wasn't the case at all, man. Like I say, what it looked like they was followed. Well, what I think, what I put together is this, right? So when I seen the first video, like I seen the shit and I ain't even know it was my nephew and niece that was calling to it. You feel me? I rolled past it. I took pictures and said, check on your people and all that. And was outside playing football with the neighborhood kids. You feel me? When I got the call, you know what I mean, to come through and they were saying that was my niece. And so when I watched it, I noticed that the truck had a bag in the truck, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was a shopping bag. So I looked at the shopping bag, right? Because I'm thinking it was black and white. I'm thinking it's a Footlocker bag, and it wasn't a Footlocker, but I know it's a clothing store, DLW, something like that. That's how they bags look. So I'm thinking like maybe when my nephew went to the and I don't even know how much I can say, bro, because like I say, this is an open case. So I don't know how much I can say. So I ain't even gonna say that part. What I'm saying is this: it's obviously you can tell that they got followed when they pulled up, when they pulled in there, they parked in the handicap, in the slant, and waited until they seen them before they opened up the car door and got to exchange words with them.
So let me tell you what happened here, Cartier, because I'm an East Sider. The DTLR is across the street, eastbound in the plaza, right next to where Family Dollar is. That's where it is. On 8 Mile. No, it's a DTLR right across the street in the plaza.
Okay.
Right next to the Family Dollar.
Right.
Like for real, I was just there, bought some black shorts before I went to Tampa Bay for the PG concert. That's where I bought my little black shorts from. So their bags are black and white.
Right. So that's what I was saying. So I ain't want to say too much, but yeah, definitely was one of them bags. So when I seen that, right, I'm like, damn, did they see them and he ain't see them? And then they followed them from there, because that's what it looked like. You could tell that they knew that they was there, bro. You could tell they knew that they was going there. You could tell they was followed, because if you park into the handicap parking lot, for one, we black. If we parking into handicap, we try to hurry up and run in and run out. We ain't trying to catch no tickets.
No,
we trying to run in.
And
we're not sitting. We're not sitting in our slant on the handicap, so we're not going to bring more attention. We already in handicap parking. We're not going to park in the slant and bring more attention, and we definitely ain't finna sit there and wait on the ticket. You feel me? We're gonna run in, run out, and try to hurry up and beat the ticket.
So let me tell you what happens here. So, because listen, it just so happens that I have a shopping problem, and it just so happens that I couldn't find no black shorts to go with my outfit. It's a true story. So somebody said, man, go up to that DTLR right there on 8 Mile, right there by Eastland, man. They got some little black shorts, and they can grab you a pair of black shorts to go with your outfit. I needed this little slick pair of black shorts, a couple of pair if I could have got them before I went to Tampa Bay. So I shot up there. So when I shot up there, I said, you know what? I don't even wear Air Force Ones. But you remember if y'all remember, I was in Tampa Bay with Peasy, and Peasy had me on the video cleaning out of my shoes. And when Peasy panned down, I had those black Air Force Ones on with the gum bottom, right?
Bubble gum bottom.
Right. So listen, I was at the DTLR about 2 black shorts from there, and then I said, damn, they ain't had no real good shoe selection. So I said, I'm finna go to Footlocker right here on 8 Mile and Kelly. So I came out, I turned right, made the Michigan U, and came down, and I turned into the Footlocker parking lot right where the black SUV. If I would have missed that entrance, I would have had to make a right on Kelly and then a right into the parking lot, and I'd be right where your niece and nephew were parked at. So I understand. I was just there. I just did it, and I understand the mentality, because if I'm gonna get some shoes with DTLR right there, they ain't got no across the street. I'm gonna go across the street to Footlocker. Footlocker get what I want. So I
And
get
I'm
what
gonna
you're saying.
say this. I don't think that had nothing to do with the two young men that lost their life. I think that was unfortunate that they was there. I think the guy it's obviously the guy that was driving and my nephew has a problem. You know what I mean? Uh, man, it's all that guy's fault, man. If we being honest, it's all his fault. He put his friends in that situation, man. Jumping out with that gun, you know what I mean? Like we already know, bro. You don't pull no gun unless you're ready to use it. That's for one. And
Yep.
then for two, it's three of y'all on one. Y'all could have just whooped his ass. Y'all could have dog pounded. You feel me? You could have bossed him. You
Once
know,
the
it's three
gun
of y'all.
became visual, this whole thing tell itself. That's
Right.
how I look at it. Like, you don't wait on a person to use the gun. He got as far as he got with the gun, and that's unfortunate because it could have been worse for your nephew. You get what I'm
Right.
saying?
And that's what we
So
saying.
it's
Like it could be the roles could easily be reversed. You know what I mean? Like you
like
see, like
when a
they
yeah.
came to do damage. They came to do damage. Like you see the one guy in the black, God rest his soul. But you see, like he stumped my nephew in the head and tried to really like stump the shit out of his head. You feel me? But he got a good stump. But he tried to, you know what I mean, stump his brains into the concrete. You know what I
What
mean?
they do?
So
What the other one do to your other niece? Didn't somebody do something to one of your other
that was the
nieces?
same one that punched. That was the same one that punched my other niece. So when they got the fight with my nephew, my other niece, not Lakylia, my other niece, she ran up to try to help my nephew. He punched her, the guy in the black punched my niece in the face. Boom. So she backs up. So now she don't, these men fighting, you know what I mean? So she want to get in, but she don't
Push.
want to feel another one of these motherfuckers. You know what I mean? So and then, I ain't gonna get that part away, but like we could have a conversation off of here, you know what I mean?
Offline,
Because like
right?
I said, yeah. So boom, so then, after he punched her in the face, like I say, she playing hopscotch. She don't know what to do. She jumping back and forth. She really don't know what to do. That's when they slam my nephew on the ground. Then you see the dude in the black, the same dude that punched her in the face. He runs up and he tried to mule kick my nephew in the head. You feel me? Which he got him, but he ain't got him as good as he was really trying to get him. You know what I mean? So they was there to do. You know what I mean?
Damage,
Vicious damage. You feel
damage.
me?
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Let
was
me,
there to
let
do
me,
damage.
let me hold on for a second, brother. Let me take over for 1 second, right? Let me tell you this. So listen, to me, it doesn't matter who arrived in the parking lot first, right?
Right.
They could have arrived there first, and your nephew and niece could have pulled in 10 minutes later. The issue is not to me who
It's
arrived
all
first, but
about that. It's who
it
came with
is an
that first.
issue. It is an issue because it goes into mind state. So I understand from a court of law is the issue. But my issue is this: your niece and your nephews, your nephew and your nieces, they did not approach that black car. They were not there. It's obvious they were not there to meet up to fight or to rumble. They pulled in to go shop. That's obvious. I don't know how anybody who observes this, or if you didn't know, if you just listen to people talking lie, once you saw this video, it should have cleared all that up for you. That's number one. Number two, don't matter to me. This is my thinking. It don't matter to me who pulled up first. What matters is who initiated the altercation. It's obvious that your nephew and your nieces were walking into the Footlocker to go about their business. And this gentleman in the black SUV jumped out with strap in hand, and he approached your nephew. Your nephew seeing what it is, he peeked the plate, and he walked the opposite direction of his sister and his cousins, drawing the guy with the guns attention away from them. And it was just him. He knew he was outnumbered.
Yeah.
So my thing is, listen. Oh, let me tell you. I'm gonna say this, and it's gonna be very.
I believe he was ready to meet his fate right there, but he wasn't gonna go out without a fight. He wasn't finna just let him take his life, but he was ready to die right there.
So listen, here's what I'm saying, brother. And I want to thank you for coming on the show. I want to thank you for giving us as much as you gave us. I want to thank you for providing me with that footage, and we've had conversations about other footage as well. But that's neither here nor there. What I'm saying is this. Let me just keep it. My nigga, if you jump out on me with a pistol in your hand, I'm thinking the worst. Because I'm thinking the worst, and I know who you are. I know that we have a pre-existing problem. I'm thinking the worst. You jump out me with a pistol in your hand, and all three y'all start jumping me, right? I'm shooting every motherfucker with you. I'm shooting you and the bitch in the car. I'm shooting all y'all because what the fuck is y'all doing? I'm telling you what I would do. I'm telling you, if you jump out on me with a pistol in your hand, nigga, and you approach me, nigga, if I get an opportunity to pull mine, I'm pulling it and I'm shooting your ass. And I'm shooting everybody with you, nigga. Everybody with you.
I asked the people with the man with sisters, like, I would hope if that's your sister.
Man, you wasting your time talking to these goofy ass niggas. Cause these niggas, man, let me tell you this. Listen, you wasting your time trying to appeal to the reasonable side or the logical side of most of these motherfucking Negroes. Because most of these Negroes are stupid as a motherfucker. They don't have no street experience, none of that. When you pull a pistol on a motherfucker, rule number one is don't pull it unless you tend to use it.
Unless you're gonna use it.
That's number one. So listen. So based on us growing up in Detroit, in the metropolitan, it's all the same rule. Don't pull it unless you use it. If a motherfucker pull it, we assuming that he's ready to use it. That's what we gotta assume. So if you
let you take my life.
Did your nephew hit him first, or was he assaulted by him?
So we gonna get into that. But he swung at my nephew, but I have a theory about that too, though. You know what I mean? But like I say, it's.
I don't need no. Hey, hold on, Cartier. I'm asking you, based on the footage that you saw, you have the rest of it. Who swung on who first?
He swung the pistol. I believe they both had the same idea at the same time. Because it looked like they reacted at the same time. I think what my nephew tried to do, when he looked, when the guy looked off to the side for a minute to see who he was all with, because he been so focused on my nephew, I don't think he really paid attention to the crowd. So when he looked to see how close people was before he was gonna make his move, because if you watch the video, you see the dude with the gun, he turned to the side for a minute, and that's by the time he turned his head back around, I think that's when it clicked to my nephew to grab him and tangle the gun up. But when my nephew went to grab, he was already had his mind on finna hit my nephew with the pistol. So he was looking to the side to see he finna hit my nephew with the pistol. At the same time, my nephew thinking to grab for the gun. You know what I mean? So they kind of went at the same time. You know what I mean?
So listen. So let's just back up for a second. So before any swinging happened at all, your nephew was being approached by at least two people. The guy who got the black side, the back of the passenger's driver's side of the car with the black and white sweat hood on, the guy who was driving the car with the pistol in his hand. They were walking toward your nephew was walking away from the building. They were walking towards your nephew, obviously. And then you can see from the piece out, you can see the guy raise up the gun like he's gonna smack your nephew in the head with the pistol. You can see that.
Yeah,
so let me tell you something.
So
go ahead, Boogie.
So listen. Even if, let's say his nephew swung first, he was already threatened when he got out with the pistol. He trying to protect his life. You see what I'm saying? The threat already happened. What he's saying, we don't know what he's saying. But I'm pretty sure he was saying some old evil ass shit. So the threat was there. So after you already threatened, you got the right to defend yourself. So it don't matter if he swung first or not. You don't wait on somebody to kill you to try to defend yourself.
Right.
How the fuck you gonna do that?
Juice?
What I wanted to know is, as all this transpiring, what was your one niece name? Kyla? How you say her name? Lakylia. Where was Lakylia at? Had she made it inside before the altercation started, or she was right there? Because it looked like one of them had made it to the door.
No, nobody never made it to the door. So as they approaching, right, and do this, so nobody, like I say, none of them know the guy that's they don't know these guys. The females don't know these guys. You know what I mean?
Right.
I just think my nephew and the drivers It's the only two people that know each other, I believe. So as you see, when they get to approaching the Footlocker, that's when dude open the door and he get to saying something to them immediately.
Right.
But they not paying no attention. They caught up in their own conversation. You see what I'm saying? So then as they get closer and dude steady talking, you see my nephew look to, I think it was the left. He looked to the left. Well, all the females is pretty much on the same side. He looked towards the females as in like, who dude talking to? Or they looked at them like, y'all know dude, you know what I mean? I don't know if he's saying nothing or not, but I could see that he looked at them as in to see like, do y'all know them? Or, you know what I mean? Who is that talking? You feel me? So he, you know what I mean, turns after whatever he say to them, he keep on walking and he gets past the car, past the open car. You can tell my nephew ain't even on that. You feel me? Because he would have bum rushed dude while he was.
He walked past them, going beelining straight to the Footlocker door. He didn't stop to engage them. He walked past them, and then when the guy got out of the car, your nephew looked back like, "Oh, okay, this gotta be it.
Dude.
That's dude." Obviously,
and then he started backing up. So if my nephew was on something, he would have attacked the dude while he was still sitting down in the car.
Right.
While he was still sitting in the truck. He would have attacked him. He ain't even know who he was at that point. He walked clean past there, and dude kept on saying whatever he was saying, and that got my nephew attention even more. And he looked and seen who he was, and then he started beelining back to get away from his sister and his cousins, so they won't be in harm's way.
So did Kyla get in the fight with them at anything when the fight started? Where was Kyla at? That's what I'm trying to get to. Where was Kyla at?
Okay. So when they jumped, when they got out the car, she said she thought her brother knew them. She thought they was cool. It wasn't until she seen the gun till she realized, oh, this is not his friends. You feel me? So that's why pretty much as my nephew walking back, they steady going because they like, oh, he know them. You know what I mean? So then when they pay attention to the situation, I don't know. I might have to send you because I thought I sent all three of them to you for you could see like the far back view for you could actually. I wanted you to see the dude. I wanted you to see the gun up close and all that. But I do got a view where you could kind of see them like walk back, see like what Lakylia is doing at the moment. So I send that to you after this. But I thought I sent it to you already.
No,
but,
I don't have.
Yeah. So like I said, so she thought her brother knew them. When she seen the gun, that's when she realized he didn't know him. But just as she seen the gun, that's when the altercation happened. So she ran straight to the car.
Okay, that's what I was getting to. Did she have a strap on her? Or she had to go to the car and get it like they said.
She ran to the car.
Was it in the trunk?
It was in the trunk, yes.
So she was carrying it properly, but they not. None of them of age to have a CPL, is there? Are they?
I don't believe not.
Okay. And have y'all got to talk to her as of yet? Have y'all got to talk to her as of yet?
I haven't personally. I seen her at a court date. I seen both of them at their court date, but I seen her. She stay in contact with my sister mostly. My brother, he work a lot, so by the time he get off work, I think they may have like a phone time thing on the phone, like far as hours they could be on there. But she definitely keep in contact every day. You know what I mean? She fucked up like this, like off rip, right? So when I find out it's her and I go and see her, you know what I mean? That's the first thing she like. You know what I mean? She like. Damn, she like that's the first thing I hope that they didn't pass away. You know what I mean? And now, you know what I mean? So she was in shock. She was in shock, and she was remorseful, crying. But I had to also let her know, like, unfortunately, you did the right thing, though. Unfortunately, this happened, but you did the right thing. You know what I mean? Because I ain't want her. Coming down real bad on herself. I didn't want her coming down on her brother. You know what I mean? And feel like it's his fault because he was just minding his business too. You know what I mean? Now we can't talk about whatever happened before, whatever. We talking about what happened that day. You know what I mean? That day he was minding his business.
Listen.
Yeah.
I don't care what the chatter is about what happened prior to that day. I don't care what the conversation is or what the chatter is or what the story is about what happened an hour before. I don't care about what happened 10 minutes before. The only thing that matters is because the crime or the accusations of a crime didn't happen day before yesterday. It didn't happen 2 weeks ago, right? I'm focused on what happened that day. That day, your niece and nephew was in that parking lot parked before they pulled into that parking lot. Your nieces and nephew were walking to the door. It's obvious that your nephew didn't recognize him off back because he walked right past him. He walked right past him. If he would have been walking towards him and he didn't recognize who dog was, he certainly would have backed up. They wouldn't even get as close to the door as he did. He would have backed up like, okay, right? So listen, I'm gonna say this is gonna be wildly unpopular, but it shouldn't be. If I pull up somewhere and I'm walking, minding my own business, I don't give a fuck, and I'm the scurviest nigga in the world. Don't nobody like me. If you jump out your car with a pistol in your hand, you better use that motherfucker on me. Because if I get an opportunity to get to my shit, I'm shooting you, nigga. Legal firearm. I can't even have no legal joint. I don't give a fuck about whether it's legal or not. I'm blowing your bitch ass brains out on my mama and my mama's mama. No need.
I see online. They're like, oh, she had to be trained. She had to be whoa. No, she wasn't trained. But this the thing. This the thing, though, right? Here's
the training. The training come from TV, bro. All they show us on TV is shooting and killing. The training come from growing up in Detroit. All you see is shooting and killing. The point is, it don't matter whether she was trained. She could have been a fucking Green Beret. She could have been a Navy fucking SEAL. None of that matter. What matters is that we were minding our own business, going our own way. All this other side chatter and all this white noise about what she trained. Who gives? That's a nigga who don't understand the street.
Man, exactly.
And like, don't get me wrong. Like she understand guns and she done seen guns, but she ain't never told no gun. Like I just want to get this out there because like I see somebody say like the gangbang and shit like that girl don't gangbang. She graduated high school. She like them three girls that was there, they all was finna start working at a hotel or something. You feel me? Like that shit just like them, like I say, all them sisters, they cousins, but they grow up like sisters. I mean, we got a tight family, you know what I mean? Like ain't no outsiders, it's all us, you know what I mean? We don't have no friends, it's all family, you know what I mean? And it's just us. So, you know what I mean? All them, like that was, so this kind of fuck up. Like this shit is hard on everybody, you know what I mean? It's hard on them, you know what I mean? Cause they like, damn, my sister locked up. We had these plans. My niece had just bought that car, you know what I mean? She just bought that car with her little tax money, you know what I mean? Taking her brother to get some shoes, you know what I mean? So yeah, they had plans, man. This ain't what she get into, you know what I mean? Like
it's one of those unfortunate situations, right?
And to be honest, like they don't really see each other like that. You know what I mean? They see each other enough, but it ain't like them two hang every day. She hang with them three girls, the two other girls that you seen, and it's a couple more of my nieces. Like them, the women are together. Like they don't hang with their male cousins, but it's like when it's a thing, like we it's us though. You know what I mean? They probably talk on the phone every day, but they don't hang every day. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, like you know what I mean? So a little backstory, right? A little backstory. So let me say this. That picture that I showed with them two together, right? You see how young they is. They had already lost their mom. You feel me? They had already lost my mom and my grandmother. So they lost the three most important females in their family, the ones to cultivate them, and like a year and a half, you know what I mean, to some unfortunate stuff. You know what I mean? It was all separate. You know what I mean? My grandmother, she just got elderly and shit in a nursing home. But this is who raised them. My grandmother raised them, and of course they had their mom and my mom. You feel me? So with them being that young and losing their moms, and then try to cope with losing their moms, then they lose their grandma, and then their great grandma go off to nursing home. You know what I mean?
So hey, Cartier. Like Cartier. Go ahead, Juice. Go ahead, Juice.
When y'all went to court, so what is her charges and what is her bond as of now? Since y'all went to court, what did they say in court?
Her bond is the same. They just continued it. They good the judge, so they continue it. How much is it? think it was like what was it was a half? It was $250,000. I think it was like 250,000 or something like that.
Okay.
But
Who was her
so
attorney? Who she got as the attorney? You know,
she got Upshaw.
Upshaw.
Yeah.
I wanted to say something in
So
regard to said
so
about the internet.
she got Upshaw. My nephew he got just to retain him. You know what I mean? So we working up and trying to, you know what I mean, get money to you know what I mean, continue, because you know when you go to trial, if it goes that far, you know what I mean, it's
And
going to cost.
what is her actual charges as of now though? What they gave her?
I believe they gave her like 1 count of murder. I think it was attempt murder and like not tampering with evidence, but like what's that? It's not what the hell. What is that?
Leaving the scene.
Yeah, she had.
If
I don't think they charged her with Flynn. I don't think they charged her with Flynn. I don't think Flynn was one of them.
What about your nephew? What's his charges?
He got pretty much the tampering with the evidence, carrying a concealed weapon. I guess they saying because you know what I mean.
we just want to know what the charges are. We don't need no.
Yeah.
Right.
Did the police
Carrying a concealed weapon, tampering with, it's a few charges of tampering with evidence, and
did they get the gun? Did they ever recover the gun?
Yeah.
They got the gun. So your nephew turned it in.
I believe maybe somebody gave it to the lawyers, and I believe the lawyers turned it in. I don't know if my niece turned it in. I don't know.
All right. Okay. Detroit gossip.
No, I was trying to get back to what he was saying, but I'm overshadowed that when he was talking about the people on the internet talking, right? One thing about the internet talking, people ain't dealing with reality. That's why they dealing with the internet, all that train and go and all that. The thing is, we do whatever is needed to take care of our people. You know what I mean? If I hate to say it like this, is unfortunate other people died, but it is what it is. Them people came to do so much fucked up shit, they just got the short end of the stick. And that's the raw reality of it. You know what I mean? I hate to see that them people lost their life, but it goes to show when you jump out with the goddamn gun, what is you gonna expect? You was expecting to win, but you expecting to lose. That's so
right. And I think it's this like condolence to the family, but like I think it's this. It ain't even about them. It's like each point, what is y'all doing? Like why y'all got my niece charged with these charges? Y'all see it's self-defense. Like why is y'all pushing these false narratives? You know what I mean? And acting like they was the aggressors and all that. Like the whole incident was unfortunate, but right now each point hold the key. Like what is y'all doing? You know what I mean? Like y'all got this girl charged for what? It's a clear case of self-defense. This man jumped out with a gun and was attacking her brother. You have a right to defend yourself, and you have the right to defend civilians. If you seen the civilian getting attacked with a guy with a weapon, as a civilian, you have the right to protect that person's life.
Yeah. Not a unique situation. Inside it's called defensive others law, and a lot of
it's called defensive others. Yeah,
they don't have that. Michigan have it, and this what her case clearly falls into: defensive others. Right. You know what I mean? And me personally, and the YouTube streets, we've been pushing that whole narrative of making sure that it's get to the prosecutor, tagging them and stuff, send them emails and everything. They can't just look at this this is a murder charge. No, this is not a goddamn murder charge. This is a defense of others.
Yeah. Don't try to. You just doing it for a name. It's a big case, and you try to do it for a name. Like, nah. At the end of the day, man, right is right, wrong is wrong, and justice is justice, bro. Like, what is we doing here? You know what I mean? On that female, she got a scale, and that motherfucker is even. It ain't tilted, but we already know it been tilted for us for years.
Let me tell you something, bro. Let me tell you something. Let's sum this whole thing up. Your niece and nephew were on their way to Footlocker. While they were walking towards the door of Footlocker, they were maybe 20 feet from the door. They were approached. Somebody made themselves known who jumped out of a car with a pistol in his hand. We don't know what he said to your nephew, but it was obvious your nephews recognized him or recognized the threat of him when he seen the gun in his hand. Your nephew walked away from the guy. He didn't walk towards him. He walked away. He turned in the opposite direction and walked away from the guy. He never approached the car. He never approached them in a threatening, stalking manner. He was walking away from them. And they started to walk towards him. The guy got out the backseat of the car. The other guy got out the backseat of the car. They walked to him and they started jumping on him. Your niece is supposed to send that motherfucker to his maker. She is supposed to send that motherfucker to his maker. I don't give a fuck what nobody talked about. That's not no motherfucking murder. Listen, that's how stupid niggas is. Oh, she must have been trained. You don't gotta be trained to know what the fuck to do when you living in the ghetto. You know what to do. You grow up knowing what to do.
The ghetto gonna train you itself.
You don't gotta be trained to be your brother.
You ain't got, what training do you have to understand that your brother, your sister, your relative, your friend is being attacked by 3 people? What training do you have to have? Like you said, your other niece ran up on the guy trying to help you, and the guy hit her. Did she have to be trained to run up on him trying to help her cousin? No.
Instincts.
No doubt.
Survival instincts. You feel me?
I'm glad. The firearm, they didn't have a CPL. You fuck a CPL, nigga. You know how many of these crackers run around with rifles and shooting up schools and doing all kind of crazy ass shit that's totally against the fucking law, and white America tries to justify that shit. Your niece is a hero to her family, no matter what the fuck take place. And we're gonna use the YouTube Streets platform to try to get us.
That's how we treat. That's how we treat her as such, and it's unfortunate to the young man that lost their life. But yeah, for sure, she's a hero to her family.
Hey, listen,
she's her brother hero.
Hey, listen, I'm gonna let you get off of that. I'm gonna let you because you try to be responsible. But I'm telling you, and listen, if you run up on a motherfucker with a gun, what do you expect? Why do you even need a gun? Why do you need a gun? You sit here with 3 girls. It's 3 men. Why y'all need a gun?
But why y'all fucking with them, period? You feel me? That's the whole root of the problem. Why fuck with them, period? You shouldn't have been fucking with them. They wasn't fucking with you. No matter what y'all went through in the past, it wasn't going on at that hour. You feel me?
Right. It's a time and place for everything.
Right, but
they had
the
females with them, and you had your girl with you. Come on, man. What is we doing? We don't put our women in harm's way, bro. You ride with your girl
in harm's way.
Hey, listen, man. Listen.
I mean, as man, sometimes our ego get to us, man, and we do shit.
Hey,
but when we got the women, I was raised with them women with us.
Hey, Cartier, man, you talking to the wall. You talking to motherfuckers who have not been trained and groomed by even the lowest element of society. These motherfuckers ain't been groomed or conditioned to do nothing. Let me tell you why we know that. Inside that Footlocker, they got real police with guns.
And they stayed in there.
Bro, listen, inside the Footlocker, they have armed police in that bitch working. I'm from the east side.
I'm from the east side too, and I ain't, like I said, I had just moved back, and I ain't even been to that Footlocker, and then this shit happened, so I don't even never want to go to that bitch again. You know what I mean?
Let me tell you, for those who don't know,
hey, dog face. Yeah. I remember I used to go to the Footlocker on Warren and Connors.
Yeah,
that was my Footlocker. 7 days in Shopping World and shit. You feel me? So you know what I mean. I end up, you know what I mean, going out of town and getting fucked up out of town and shit like that. So you know what I mean. I was out of town, so I just moved back like 3 months ago. So I'm really getting back. You know what I mean? Used to the city. You know what I mean? Shit look different. You know what I mean? So I'm getting back used to the city. So yeah, I didn't even know they had police in there.
Let me tell you something, bro. I'm telling you what I know for a fact. That's the Footlocker superstore, right?
Right.
They have armed security. When you walk up in that bitch, they got more security guards than they got people who waiting on you asking you what do you want. And how can we help? They got armed security guards dressed in all black in that bitch. You're right. And it's on the east point side of 8 Mile. When they cross over they get nervous. You jumping out in broad daylight with a strap in your hand in a handicap parking spot trying to confront them motherfuckers.
And they ain't handle that.
This situation should teach motherfuckers to mind your business though. Stop fucking with mother. Just because you got a gun and you think the advantage is in your favor, it ain't always in your favor. You feel me? But if he wouldn't have fucked with them, he'd be here to this day. You feel me?
No, it ain't.
That
No,
day
you can't
he
say
wouldn't have
that.
lost his
You can't say that because
I'm
he's
saying
still
he wouldn't have
here.
lost. No,
He's
I'm talking
alive.
about the guy who got killed. I'm talking about the guy who got killed wouldn't have lost his life that day. That's what I'm talking about.
I don't even blame him. He was just riding with his mans, bro. I don't even think he knew my nephew.
Hey, listen.
I just think,
Hold on, bro. Hold on.
To that shit.
Hold on. If we're going with the theory or the principle that they were followed, and that's what it looks like to me.
right.
I'm a criminal 4 times over. So I'm a 17-year penitentiary nigga. They followed him up in that Footlocker, right?
Oh yeah, that's a fact.
I'm in a car with a nigga. So we got pistols in this bitch, right? You mean tell me you finna jump out the car with a pistol and go try to attack a nigga? I don't know what you finna do. No, nigga. You got what you had coming. You listen. You played games and you jumped out like we all had the numbers, and you got what God had for your motherfucking ass. They sent your dumb ass to the upper room, nigga, and that's where you.
Oh, how many of them? Hey, Cartier, how many of them passed away? How many of them died?
2. See, I'm saying this, right? 2 of them passed away. What I'm saying is this, right? From my knowledge, the 2 that passed away, my nephew, I don't think he knew or he ain't crossed with.
He didn't gotta know.
No, that ain't what we saying.
Listen, no, I get that. I get that.
Yeah, we saying
I'm
that.
saying that to
before
say
they did
this.
what they did, they was in cahoots with it. They knew what time.
Oh yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. But I'm saying that to say this, right? I don't think my nephew had no personal cause with them 2 men.
He didn't
What
gotta
I'm saying
have
is
no.
this.
Listen,
Yeah, I get that. What I'm saying is this: if the dude that was driving wouldn't have put his mans in that situation, they'd be here.
Exactly.
So that shit falls on him.
That's what we're saying. We're saying
that.
that.
On him.
We're saying, listen, that's what we're saying. Listen, my nigga, you're from Detroit. We all from Detroit. How many times have you seen a situation where you got niggas
ride with them, you die with them?
You ride with them, nigga. You ride with the niggas, and niggas jump out with a pistol, and you right there, and you jump out. You ain't jump out saying, "Well, hold on, what you doing, bro? Hold on, nigga, I'm in the car with you."
Yeah, that's a fact. Oh, they was definitely with the shit. They was definitely with the shit. They was definitely a part of it.
Listen,
yeah, they was definitely with it. They're definitely a part of it.
Now, whether it was their beef, that don't matter. What matters is they jump out the car trying to stop the guy with the gun. They jumped out trying on attack mode too.
They jumped out.
They
jumped out initiating the fight too.
Bro, listen to me what I'm telling you. In the court of law, based on what we see, and we look at this shit from a legal analysis, we can only assume that you were with everything that you saw. We can only assume that you were with the shit. Because when you jumped out, the guy in the back driver's seat, he didn't jump out saying, "Hold on, bro, put that gun up. What you doing?"
He jumped out. They knew what it was when they followed the car, when they pulled in there. Listen, they knew what their motive was.
All this shit about they man drove them into the upper room. No, they drove their motherfucking self to the upper room.
Right. They choices actually did.
Listen. How many times did your grandma tell you, "Baby, don't be with them boys. Them boys is bad news. Them boys ain't going nowhere. Them boys is all trouble." If you and then the gentleman who passed away, I'm going to say it's unfortunate but it's not unfortunate. They got what they had coming to them. If I jump out on a nigga right now with a gun in my hand, or even without a gun, and I'm approaching a nigga in a threatening manner, if a nigga do something to me, that's what I got coming, because I shouldn't have did the shit. See, motherfuckers don't want to take accountability and responsibility for what they do, what their family members do. It don't matter what the fuck your nephew did or didn't do. It don't matter what your niece did or didn't do the day before, or 2 weeks before, a month before. It don't matter. Your nephew could have been fucking Pablo Escobar. Your nephew was not fucking with them that day.
That's a fact.
He was not fucking with them at that time. He wasn't.
That's a fact.
And all this shit about what
sound like
All this shit about
Sound like old boy was trying to. It sound like old boy was trying to show off for his old bitch.
And that's the shit I'm hearing. You feel me? That's why I say that. So they definitely was with the shits. You know what I mean? They definitely was a part of the attack, and they knew what was going on when they pulled into that parking lot. What I'm saying is this, right? It's always dude that's driving. He's the agitator. You see what I'm saying?
obviously
And he's the only
he is.
motherfucker. And he's the only motherfucker that survived.
Oh, he almost
Oh,
back.
he the one survived.
That's what I'm saying.
What?
That's what I'm saying. That's why I say it's unfortunate. That's why it's unfortunate that they lost their life. You know what I mean?
Fucking with this
Because-
nigga.
So now
You know why he survived.
So listen, you hit us
You
with
see
that.
how the universe. One thing,
let,
Juice.
let me say this, Boogie. Since you saying that, is he being charged with anything?
That's the point I wanted to get at. Because listen, I'm a street nigga too, and I know this. When murder happened and committing the felony because of somebody is the felony,
He supposed to be charged with the murders. Your mic went out.
My bad. Yeah, but that's what I was on, because when you commit a murder in the process of a felony, that's
He supposed to be charged with the murder.
Yes, he was
charged with the murder.
Commit the crime. You commit the crime doing the felony.
Hold on. Back up for a second. So here's the law is this. It's not that he should have been charged with the murder. He's only going to be charged with the murders if they deem that that his actions led to them. But right now they're not charging him. What is he being charged with is the case.
He's not getting charged with shit. That's our point. We said the dude that jumped out with the gun is not being charged with nothing. Everything fall on my nephew and my niece.
So now the question is, because you just gave us good details. So you pull up. Is he cooperating with law enforcement? Did y'all know that?
I ain't seen no statement.
Man, he might be the best.
Hold on. Is he cooperating with law enforcement? How is he not charged?
Yeah,
he has CPL?
I believe so. But still, having the CPL don't give you a right to jump out and initiate.
No.
You feel me? That don't give you a right to jump out and play. You have a gun to defend yourself, not to cause harm to other motherfuckers. You was the agitator. You jumped out. You was the aggressor. That violates your CPL license right there.
It does. It does.
And you got an extended clip on there. That violates your CPL license right there. You're not allowed to have an extended clip.
Exactly.
So what is we doing, Macomb County?
So have y'all people been stressing? Have your family been stressing this to the prosecutor? See, we got to bring these issues up in her favor too. You feel me? Because see, this is something that the people didn't know that. They didn't know he lived and didn't know he wasn't being charged for nothing. He ain't been charged with nothing in the incident.
We pushed
he was the root of the problem.
We pushing it to the prosecutor because this is a whole different spin right here. The news media is not reporting this, so we gonna have to push it to the prosecutor.
I think one of the points.
I reached out to him, and they said that back. The news.
They ain't gonna say that back. They
ain't gonna say nothing back.
They're going to take their cues from the prosecutor's office. They're not going to say anything back. Here's the whole thing. Well, here's part of the whole thing. Your niece and nephew.
The story that they paint is more sexier than the truth. You feel me? It's always like that. The lie is always more sexier than the truth.
Hey, listen, this shit here is a matter of life and death. It's a matter of motherfuckers' lives being hanging in the balance. Your niece and nephew. So I've heard stories about your nephew was a bad guy. Your nephew had beat somebody up before. Your nephew had stole the dog's homework. None of that matters. The only thing that matters is at this particular, listen, if you were to get charged with killing somebody, you can't say to the prosecutor, well, man, I was a high school football star. I'm a good guy. I helped the old lady across the street 2 days ago. They don't get nothing to do with none of this shit. They're charging you with the incident of what happened that led to the goddamn crime. Your nephew and your niece were not doing anything criminal at the time this took.
And that's part of why I feel like Macomb County is doing what they're doing, because you know, they try to paint. They try to. You have other factions. You know what I mean? Inside the police department, they try to paint a negative image of my nephew. So I believe, because they have them looking too, they trying to just come down hard. But you know what I mean? The thing is this, man, they ain't do nothing. They did the right thing. So regardless of who y'all believe he is, he wasn't that person that day.
Hey, listen, it don't matter if he could have been Pablo Escobar. It don't matter. What matters is it's the guy who pulled up with the black car in the gray jogger suit with the gun in his hand. He was not in fear of his life, so therefore he was not defending himself or the people he was with. He jumped out and he walked towards your nephew with a gun in his hand. Whether it's illegal, okay, so even if he did have a CPL, tell me what legally, what by law, Juice, what was he doing? If he did have a CPL, what threat of violence or harm was he under when he approached DeJuan, jumped out the car, gun in hand, walking to him, and then hit him with the gun?
He wasn't under none. He was the aggressor. He the root of the whole problem, and I don't understand how he's not brought up in this situation criminally. You feel me? Because DeJuan them ain't walk up to them and start pistol whipping them and shooting them. You feel me? So how the prosecutor even start prosecuting this case, dog? And he ain't get to the bottom of it. He just, because they did the shooting, he grabbed them up and charged them. It don't sound like he went through this whole case properly or the video to see actually what transpired.
And I'm gonna say this. Allegedly, he did admit to firing the gun once, or the gun going off once. Leslie, I don't know for sure. I did hear that he supposedly told them, the detectives, that the gun went off or he fired the gun once. This before she even shot.
So they never they got his gun? Do they got the gun from them, the other party?
Yeah, I believe they got both guns.
Okay, they got both guns. But he not charged with the gun.
So what reason did he have to discharge his firearm?
The fact that he shot first, for whatever reason. You know,
yeah, I mean, what reason did he give? I know he had to have gave a reason. Did he say he was in fear for his life? Why did he say he discharged his firearm?
Like that's why I said allegedly, because I just heard that he gave a statement and said that, and I'm not even sure if he said the gun went off or he shot. I'm not sure what was said, and I'm not sure if it was even said. That's why I said allegedly, but I did hear that he made a statement and said that either the gun went off or he shot once.
So is he a witness for the prosecution? Is he a witness for the prosecution?
He gotta be.
He's a victim.
He gonna have to be.
He's playing a victim.
He did get shot. Boy with the gun, he did get shot.
So the surviving victim is the one that y'all seen on the ground with the blood in his face, where the gun was at his feet. He survived. Right. So the guy in the black, I believe he was one of the ones that passed away, and the guy that had on the blue sweater that was on the side of the car, he was one of the ones passed away. Now the guy that was sitting up with the blood in his face, he's the survivor, which is the one that jumped out with the gun.
And he's sitting there with the blood fake, crying like a little bitch. What you crying like a little bitch for?
And now he a witness for the prosecution. How that's working out?
So I guess video ain't evidence. No, I mean video ain't it don't mean nothing no more.
Not when you black.
That shit tell 1,000 words.
And then listen, in the video,
it don't mean nothing.
Listen, in the video, it kind of looked like after the guy in the black got shot and they went down, it looked like he rolled the guy in the black over on top of him to protect himself.
Man, it's gonna take for the YouTube streets to bring this shit directly to the prosecutor, because we all know, right? If death result in the commission of a felony, the person that's committing that felony is supposed to be charged with those murders. And if he jumped out with this gun,
he not being charged with nothing. He's on the prosecution side. So that's why.
We got that. What we saying is that what Detroit Gospel is finna say before you even say it, bro. This whole ordeal happened because of the guy with the gun in his hand.
Exactly.
So,
We know.
so whether he had a CPL or not, he broke the law by jumping out with the firearm in his hand. There was no fear threat, no fear losing his life for himself or anybody he was with. He approached the guy with another guy and they started assaulting him. That's against the law right there. That's against the law. So as a result of you, with a CPL or not, you committed a criminal act by assaulting him. And so when you assaulted him with a CPL, you breaking the law. A CPL don't mean you a law-abiding citizen. You can break the law with a CPL or no CPL. When you hit that guy and start jumping in with your homeboy, that's assault battery. And it's more than assault battery because you got a firearm with you and you hit him with the firearm.
It's felonious
assault with a deadly weapon. It's assault with a deadly weapon. But in the fact, he committed three crimes before the altercation happened. One was pulling in a handicap. Two, having an extended clip in a fight. Three, approaching the guy with a gun.
That's
you wrong 3 times. You wrong 3 times before a fight even occurred.
The McCoy
and they let him
have to know that. They have to know.
He escaping being the snitch for the prosecutor. So that's what that's what they doing. But see, the lawyers got to bring that forth and break that shit down. You feel me?
Ain't no getting around that, right? Because it clearly states that if committing this felony and it causes death, no matter who the case may be, the person have to get charged with those crimes. I know firsthand experience, bro, for being charged with my fucking Rappy's murder.
No, we saying we agree with you. We saying that's right, but right now he not being charged with nothing. So he ain't being accused of a felon. Everything you saying is right. When you in the commission of a felon, they not charging him at all.
The only way he
use him as a witness.
It's the only way. The only way he could. We just said it. You pulled up. We saying you stalked these people. You followed them there with the intent of getting to an altercation. We can assume that that's what happened because you got out the car with a gun in your hand. You ain't get out the car trying to talk. You ain't trying to get out the car trying to have no conversation with a motherfucker. You got out with a gun in your hand trying to use your gun as a tool of intimidation. And then he was walking away from you. You walked towards him with your 2 homeboys and y'all start jumping him. That's a felony right there.
You taunted this man. You taunted this man as he walked up. You taunted this man as he walked up, and this man didn't know who you was. You kept on taunting him until you got his attention, and then you jumped out with your gun to further intimidate.
If he ain't snitching on this, he snitched on something else because there's no way in the world. And like y'all, the point y'all making is this. So for all the viewers saying, what y'all talking about charged with the felony? Hey, listen, if me and Juice and Boogie, we break into a house, right? And if we break into a house and we steal some shit, and if Boogie gets shot, like he always getting shot, because we were committing a felony together, we all get charged with it too.
Right. Don't shoot with him being shot.
We're gonna pray Boogie don't get shot no more, Boogie. You gotta quit getting shot, bro.
You get bang
don't
bang.
Shoot Boogie. Don't let Boogie a good dude, man. Don't shoot Boogie no more, man.
I get shot on the YouTube streets. These niggas don't fuck with me in real life.
Shoot him in his foot.
Okay.
Shoot him in his foot. He's tall. Shoot a big toe.
No, nigga ain't shooting me.
We don't want
to hit him with. You say hit him with the Harlem Nights, blow his pinky toe off.
Talking shit. With the other YouTube niggas, shoot him in his toe.
Nigga, they love me. Ain't nobody trying to shoot me.
Cartier, hey, listen, brother. I thank you for joining us, man. We finna let you go about your business, and we finna continue this conversation because the things we're about to say are finna be irresponsible and direct and rude. We don't want you a part of this shit, brother. We finna.
Hey man, I appreciate y'all, man. Let me get on and share the story, man.
Question, go ahead, Detroit guys.
One question, right? Is Carmisha Butler the official organizer of the GoFundMe?
Yeah, I believe so. That is that's my niece's boyfriend.
So
get into that. That's what I was saying. reach out to Dogface and let me check and make sure, you know what I mean, that everything is official on that end. And we also coming up soon, we're gonna do like we're gonna sell like some plates to raise money for a lawyer and shit like that.
So listen.
So we're gonna do that. And
for everybody who sees this, right?
Send them the lawyer information.
We Randall Upshaw, Southfield. I had him.
Oh, okay, bet.
12 mile Southfield Road. Randall Upshaw. Upshaw. And we know
shout out to Upshaw.
So listen, we want you to, I need you to get with me and tell me what the official, because niggas be creating fake ass, what you call them, GoFundMes, right?
Yeah.
I need you to get with me and tell me, send me the link for the official GoFundMe for your niece and your nephew so we can start sharing it and pushing it. And like Uncle Juke said, we're going to push it, we're going to promote it. And then the YouTube streets, we're going to make a contribution to her GoFundMe. And we will be at whatever fish fry, whatever meal thing y'all do to help fundraisers y'all do. Some of us, the YouTube streets, gonna be there in support of it. We're gonna share it, the flyers. We're gonna share it. We're gonna promote it.
I bet. We appreciate y'all, man.
No doubt.
No problem, bro. Appreciate you, man. Have a good day, brother.
Love.
Yeah, love is love, bro.
Peace.
You know it.
All right.
Whoa.
So.
That's a lot of information that the news hadn't showed.
They not gonna. This is crazy.
They're not. Hey, listen. How in the world? I think I need that. I need that because that's what we need to share that first. How in the world could the driver who jumped out with a firearm in his hand and approached the young boy and hit him with the gun with his homeboys who were with him? Like he should be charged with his homeboy's murder. Because had it not been for your actions, it wouldn't have led directly to the death of the people who came to commit the crime with you.
No doubt. I know that for a goddamn fact. That's why as soon as he said it, my wheels got to rolling like, whoa here. That's newly discovered information there.
And you know with a CPL, you held to a higher standard of how you carry yourself. You know what I'm saying? So they look at that, but in this case,
we already know
they ain't looking. They ain't looking at that shit.
They wasn't even old enough to have CPLs. He said that they 19, 20 years old, so they wasn't.
The one who hopped out. The one who hopped out. I don't know how old he was. He wasn't old enough either.
They probably all in the
not
same age group.
All the same age
group. Because the guys who died, what was they? 19, 20 years old too. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, that's what I'm saying. They all in the same. All of them had illegal firearms. I don't understand. The prosecutor them failed the system because how the fuck this nigga is a witness and he the root of the problem. If he don't do the things he did when none of this had transpired, they would have went on the Footlocker and he could have went on his way. So how is he a witness? He ain't got charged with the gun he had or nothing. So the prosecution, we gotta bring light to the situation of what's going on with that court system out there. You feel me? Out there in Macomb County.
And even if he was old enough, even if he did have a CPL, he was not using his CPL in defense of himself or anybody who was with him or any other civilian who was in the area. He jumped out and assaulted him, hit him in the head, and pistol whipped him with two of his homeboys. Now the question is this: the female who was in the car with them, what the fuck is you crying for, bitch? What the fuck is you boo-hooing for, ho?
When she could have stopped it before it got started, when told him, hey, no, we ain't about to do that. Keep going. You ain't about to follow them and start no stuff. I'm in the car. She's grown. It probably was, quiet as kept, it's probably her gun. You feel me? She the oldest person out of both parties. You feel me?
Hey, Juice. Since the beginning of the time, from the Garden of Eden, the Helen of Troy, Samson and Delilah, Thomasine and Bushrod, it's always a bitch somewhere in the middle of this shit. It's always some bitch. And bitch, what is you crying for, bitch? What you on the ground holding the nigga for, bitch? What did you say? Did you say, hold on, nah? Don't go fucking with them people? No, bitch, you was with it because you thought, see, that's how some ghetto hoes be. The ghetto hoes, yeah, baby, go. You tough. Yeah, I love you. Yeah, my nigga, he slapped this nigga with a gun.
Come up.
Yeah, they listen. What was you? Was you telling them, hey, baby, don't do that? Let's go on by our business. Go on and enjoy, go barbecue. Let's go. I got kids. You got don't do that. Don't do that.
She got money too.
His home.
She got $1 million off her son dying because the police shot him too many times.
Yeah, well, hey, listen. So, what is you even if your son was the victim of gun violence? What are you even doing in a situation like that? Why are you even there? And why are you not wise enough to understand that even if the person you with ain't thinking, ain't using their computer, boogie voice? Why are you not the?
You got to calculate for them.
Why are you not the voice of reason?
Her ass, she was the one that egged that shit on. Like, y'all motherfuckers do this. When y'all see them, this is what's going on. She the elder statesman of this shit, and little dude was showing off her like, I got this. That's what it seemed like.
And the only reason he ain't die, because her son would have, wherever the fuck he at, heaven or hell, he would have been whooping that nigga ass.
So do we feel sorry for the two guys who lost their life in this situation? Or do we have any pity or sympathy or empathy for them?
No, because they had a choice. See, they made the wrong choice. Before the act even occurred, they could have did just like Goody did on Boys in the Hood. Dope Boy Let Me Out. You feel me? They decided to be part of it. They went along with the riot and they participated in it. They jumped out, started assaulting him. They assaulted the females as well. You feel me? So they got what their hand called for. You feel me?
Cause we know the motherfucker on the passenger side, it goes to say automatically that motherfucker, you came with them, whether you jumped out with that gun or not, you came with the bullshit, so you got what the fuck came to you. Ain't no if and buts about that. Ain't no feeling sorry for them. There's a part of that shit.
You heard him, he tried to stump his head off.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, y'all see we got a new feature on the YouTube streets? Y'all see how we got the chat by public figure Boogie? Y'all see that chat right there? The chat. Yeah. We the first podcast who got this little chat right there in the box, right there by Boogie. You see yourself, Boogie? You see the chat right there by you, Boogie?
I see that shit.
Do you see it? So my whole thing, bro, I got major feelings about this. I was taught that if you're going to pull a gun, you use it. I was taught that. I swear. Niggas who if you pull that, don't pull that bitch and don't use it because a motherfucker don't know what your intentions are. Once you pull that bitch out, it's on the floor, bro. Once you pull it out, it's on the floor. And the reason why they say don't pull a gun unless you're going to use it, it's the reason why they say that. Because once you introduce a gun to a situation, especially in the streets, then you can't predict how somebody else is going to respond and react. So don't pull that bitch out unless it's like that. Because once you pull it out, everybody else is going to assume that it's like that, and you may die because you brandished a firearm. And then I wasn't going to do nothing with it. Why you pull it out? Once you pull it out, I have to assume that you plan on using that bitch. So therefore, I'm going to blow your bitch ass down.
I got to.
Them the rule.
If it ain't like that, don't pull that bitch out. Let's talk about it. We can argue. Fuck you, bitch. Fuck you, hoe ass nigga. Yo mama. Yo mama. Yo mama. Yo mama. Yo grandmama. Yo granny. Yo bootleg auntie. We can do all that. Once you pull that strap out, nigga, you raise the level to DEFCON 5. Once you pull that strap out, you get your mug ripped up and you talking bitch.
You out of here.
Yeah, that's so crazy, man. We're gonna have to bring so much attention to this because this information right here just blew my mind. It just totally blew my mind.
I want to thank Cartier Wade for coming on to introduce some facts because we got 2 or 3 different pieces of information that we didn't know before. One, Hey, listen, the guy who jumped out initially, he's still alive. You supposed to be DEAD, nigga.
Exactly.
You got your man's killed, and now you cooperating with the police, you bitch ass nigga. You
Slime
got
ball.
this. How we know this? This is dog face. We're gonna prove. How can you not be? You made a statement, nigga. You certainly didn't make no statement saying it's because of you it happened. You made a statement saying that y'all got shot and y'all wasn't doing nothing. We know what you, because if you would have said, hey, listen, we pulled up with a gun, I jumped out, we slapped him, we jumped him, and we got shot. If he would have said any of that, which is the truth, no case.
Right. He would have had a case.
He would have had the case. So we know he ain't say that.
Right. Exactly.
You instigated some shit. Now you playing victim, you bitch ass nigga. What's his name? We'll figure out what his name is.
Yeah, we
know you
not light on him. Right.
You getting the fuck nigga file.
Whole time I thought he was a vegetable.
He the biggest fuck nigga. I thought he was dead. Because I seen the gray suit laid out with shots to the face and everything. I thought he was dead. You feel me? But that's how it always be. The slimy motherfucker always get away, dog. Always get away.
So the nigga with the gray jogger suit still alive, bro. And his two not so bright homeboys is dead. Do I feel, hey, Dogface, do you feel sorry for them guys losing their life? No. Because if I'm with Juice and Juice say, hey, I'm finna go, there you go right there. There you go. I'm finna fuck him up. I'm finna jump. Whoa, hold on, Juice. I gotta be to work. I gotta be work. I'm on second shift at Chrysler, nigga.
Right.
Well, hold on. I'm just finna.
He said, hook that left, not that right.
Hey, Dogface. I'm finna go slap this nigga with the pistol on East Point side of 8 Mile in broad daylight at the Footlocker. We got police inside the motherfucker.
And cameras.
I'm finna go slap him, Dogface, with this pistol and beat him with this pistol. No, you not. Not with me in the car, you ain't.
Right. No, bro, these little niggas don't give a fuck about crossing 8 Mile doing shit. They is out they fucking minds.
8 Mile is no longer a deterrent. Well, listen, back in Juice Day, it wasn't a deterrent either. Because all the Juice cases come cause 8 Mile.
You feel
8 Mile ain't 8 Mile ain't the way Eminem left it.
No, don't mention that. Stop. Hey, Gossip, you see this shit, Gossip? You see
never fails. It never fails.
You see this nigga playing on YouTube Street. We talk serious, and here this nigga go talk about Eminem.
That's them goddamn ashes he dumping everywhere.
Hey, it was civilized back then.
Get your people, Juice.
He keeps smoking that he keeps smoking them wacky cigarettes. You feel me? You gotta stop smoking them wacky cigarettes.
That's what it is.
So listen, here's what we know. We know that Lakylia and DeJuan Taylor, they're still incarcerated in Macomb County Jail. This is what we know, right? I just got the text from the brother. What we also know is that based on the video footage we see, that they were in the parking lot when another car pulled into the parking lot with 4 people in the car. As they were it was DeJuan Taylor and 3, his sister and 2 female cousins, all around the same age, 18, 19, 20. They were walking towards the Footlocker. While walking towards the Footlocker front door at 8 Mile and Kelly, they were alarmed by a gentleman in a black Jeep SUV who got out his car with a firearm in his right hand. And as DeJuan Taylor was walking away from the door, away from the area where the females he was with, his sister and 2 cousins, he's walking away from them. He was approached by the driver of the car with a gun in his hand and 3 other people. The back passenger seat, the back driver's seat, and there was a woman in the front passenger seat. They started to jump him, assault him, kick him, jump him, beat him, hit him with guns. It is reported that his sister, Lakylia Taylor, retrieved the firearm from the trunk of the car, not under the seat, not in the glove box, the trunk. If they going to rumble in the jungle, why they got a pistol in the trunk? The only firearm they got is in the trunk while they walking into the Footlocker. If they were there for trouble, they would have had that firearm on them. She had to go retrieve the firearm from the car. That shows you that they didn't come for no gun violence. So for all you people who jumping in the comments, talking about she was classically trained by the U.S. Navy SEALs. She was a paratrooper for the 108th Division Infantry of the Super Cala Chop Suey. What the fuck is you all talking about? If a motherfucker pull up on you, jump out with a gun, and I got a gun and me and you together, you wouldn't want me to do the same thing that Lakylia did for her brother for you? Ask yourself that question. Boogie, if you were being jumped and pistol whipped by 3 people and I had a gun and you were on the ground, they were stomping you, kicking you, and pistol whipping you, you wouldn't want me, and you know I got a gun, you wouldn't want me to get these niggas up off you?
If you didn't and I survive after this, I'm shooting you.
And see, the other thing in the comments, they've been putting in the comments, they've been thinking it was like it was just a fist fight. Or they could have squabbed it out. It wasn't no fist fight. Dog initiated the approach with a pistol. So it wasn't no they could have squabbed it out.
Where the fist fighting at? I'm lost.
Right. But that was all in the comments. So that lets you know they didn't see. They was just going on hearsay. They hadn't seen or got no
pistol came out of
had no reliable sources to tell them actually what transpired out of there. You feel me? They just going on hearsay. Oh, they was just fighting. They was fighting him. They could have just fought it out and everybody went on their way. You feel me? No, it shouldn't have been nothing. It shouldn't have been no fighting or nothing. Everybody should have been able to go through life without the beef. You feel me? They was going to shop and y'all was on y'all way. Y'all could have went y'all separate ways, and them 2 young brothers will still be alive today. But since they choose to indulge in some bullshit to harm somebody and to assault somebody, they lost their motherfucking lives as they should have. See, that's what we got to get down to the root of the problem and call a spade a spade. If they wouldn't have been doing what the fuck they was doing, none of this would have happened. You feel me? Kylie and them wasn't looking for y'all. Kylie and them wasn't trying to fight y'all. Kylie and them ain't have an argument and meet up at Footlocker. Who does that? Where all these rumors coming from? I don't know. Who go have a meeting to fight and say, let's pull up on 8 Mile to the Footlocker? You feel me? On the real, who does that? They go meet somewhere in the hood. Go pull up to your house. Where your addy at? We pulling up. That's what goes on in today's time. So you already know that everybody was on some shopping shit that day. And them motherfuckers seen them out the blue, followed them, said we go get on their ass. And this what happened when you call yourself getting on somebody's ass. You get your ass got.
Hey, Juice, you having a flashback? Because Juice, I said normally we just see a shadow of Juice, but Juice, you really, hey, gossip. I think Juice having one of them goddamn 1987 flashback.
Trigger words is the real thing.
Juice, calm down. Hey, Juice, hold on. What?
Yeah, I got the sweating and everything. You feel me? Cause no, that's what it be, motherfuckers. Motherfuckers always want to play victim when you have to show them the ugly, the boogeyman. When you show them the boogeyman, then they want to holler they the victim. And that's what this whole ass nigga did to them. You feel me? Old girl them minding their business. Now she showed them she got the little John Wick in her. Now they want to say, oh, she crazy, she a Navy SEAL and all that. No, you feel me? She just protecting her motherfucking loved one.
Hey, is the guy who was the driver? The driver is still alive. And he's cooperating with Macomb County Police and prosecutor.
Yes,
he
not
got
the aggressor, not the gangster. The
gangster. What's his name? Let me do some research.
Yeah, we gotta find out who he is.
We finna get this name. Hold on.
Cause he a slime boy. You should have called Cartier back. See that he know his name.
Hold on, man. Because I know.
Macomb County, though, they've been known to be on the legal bullshit, right? Especially when they ain't doing their job. And by they not doing their job, bring these charges so fast, it shows the bullshit that they own because they let one crime slide just to get this public stuff a conviction. You see what I'm saying? They can't let one crime slide to make the next crime go by. And that's exactly what we're seeing right here. We clearly
see what it is. It's a complete fumble. He ain't trying to let it slide. They just fumbled the whole ball because they ain't investigated. They figured, oh, girl did the shooting, we could lock them up. They ain't even looked at the whole significance of the case. They just say we got a shooter on camera and we go try to prosecute her. They gonna walk. The brother and sister go walk. The worst they can do to them is the gun. You feel me? But the murders, they go walk on them murders.
Glad to prosecute another. They clearly doing that. They letting this guy commit the damn felony slide to try to prosecute.
No, they call him Pac, like Tupac. Hey, okay. Pac. Hey, Pac. We gonna hey y'all. And listen, if y'all on Facebook, on Instagram, hey Pac. I know you ain't making no statement to the motherfucking police after you got your mans killed trying to be a gangster. I know you're not cooperating in no meaningful way in this prosecution of DeJuan and Lakylia Taylor. I know you ain't jumping out trying to front for no bitch. And now the tables got turned on you because it didn't flow like you thought it was going to flow. And now you cooperating with law enforcement. I know you did not instigate and initiate this whole affair, Pac. What's this nigga name, Dog Pound Chat? What y'all do some research for us, man. We need to know who's the gentleman who jumped out with the gun in his hand. What's his name? He's a survivor. And what's the female name? Yeah, we want to talk that. You want to talk that? You already lost somebody, bitch. Your son already passed away. So you shouldn't want to be involved with nothing close to no violence, no shit like that. You already lost a baby. And now your name coming up with something else. I want to know the whole name. I want to know the whole name and the survivor, the driver. What's his name? They say call him Pac. Go ahead, Thomas. We want to know what this nigga name is. What's this nigga name?
Oh shit, wait.
And we definitely got to be at them court cases. So I want to see this nigga get up there. Who the prosecution actually got for a witness.
All right, so we got prosecutors say two other people, Stephen Edward Garden Jr. and Javon Maurice Morris got out of the Jeep to join in the fight. So who is this shit? So okay, here's the story. Let me share this part right here. Let's get this out the way because God damn it, we finna do. Oh no. We finna get to some. Okay, so prosecutors say on May 3rd, Lakylia and DeJuan Taylor drove into the store parking lot, got out of the car, and walked over to a Jeep. They didn't walk over to no Jeep, bitch ass news.
Right.
They ain't walk over to no Jeep, you lying bitch ass crackers. Y'all some lying bitches. What the CBS News? Who wrote this article right here? Who wrote this article?
It should be at the bottom of it. Who wrote it?
Yeah, they about to hear from YouTube streets.
Who wrote this shit? Maybe
if it there it go right there.
Hey, Dejanay Boo Singleton. Right here. You a lying bitch. Dejanay Boo Singleton.
What the fuck she say?
This bitch say, get what this hoe said. Hold on. Cause y'all hoes ain't finna be doing this line.
They finna have to bury their kids. And it don't make no sense. That's just wrong.
Can y'all hear this?
Yup.
Community members trying to understand what led to a deadly shooting outside of a store in East Point. 2 men are dead and others were injured. Good evening. Thanks for joining us tonight. My name's Terrell Bailey. Well, East Point police say it stemmed from an argument between two groups of people, and now they're still looking for the suspect. Our Heath Kalb has more from that scene.
First of all, it didn't stem from an argument between two groups of people. They walked right past the motherfuckers in the Jeep, not even looking over at them.
Well, it was just before 3 p.m. this afternoon when that shooting.
It's at 3 p.m. It's at 3 fucking p.m., my nigga. On May 19th, my nigga. Look at the weather outside. It's broad fucking daylight.
Took place in this Footlocker parking lot in East Point this afternoon, and now police say they're looking for the suspect.
Right now, we're still looking for a suspect. Suspect has not been identified this time.
Investigators say a fight.
Is he even American?
Right. He sound like he's from Australia or something.
Investigators say a fight between two groups.
Looking for a suspect. Suspect has not.
Suspect.
Right now, we're still looking for a suspect. Suspect has not been identified this time.
Investigators say a fight.
How did they identify the suspect? Well, I want to know.
Right.
Video.
And I think that's the reason the prosecutor bit like he bit, because they left the scene of the crime. So he figured they went on the run. You feel me? So he trying to put everything on them.
Yeah.
Two groups of people who knew each other led to a shooting in this Footlocker parking lot around 2:45 p.m. Saturday.
There were two groups of people that got into an argument, which turned into physical. And during a fight, a suspect discharged a weapon.
4 men were shot in the altercation, and when police arrived at the scene, they located one victim who was deceased. 2 more victims were taken to the area hospital, where one of them passed away. The suspect fled the scene in a black 4-door sedan, but East Point police say the shoe store and its customers are fortunate that no one else was hurt.
We are lucky that no innocent bystanders got hit by a stray bullet. We are very lucky that bullets didn't enter the store.
I spoke with a man in the area who told me his wife was in a nearby nail salon when she heard what happened.
But I got 2 young men myself, so I'm concerned about what's going on in the community when I come out. To see this keep happening in the community, it's a shame, man. We got to stop doing this to one another. It don't make no sense.
Now, as East Point police continue their investigation into this shooting, they do say there is no current danger to the public. For now, here in East Point, I'm Heath Calb, CBS News Detroit.
So look at the article. So 19-year-old Detroit woman is facing multiple charges in connection with the suit in East Point, Michigan Footlocker that left 2 people dead. According to the Macomb County Prosecutor's Office, Lakylia Sheila Taylor is charged with second-degree homicide, assault with the intent to commit murder, tampering with evidence, and carrying a concealed weapon. I guess because it was her car and the gun was in her car. And 2 counts of firearm. Taylor was arraigned on Thursday and received a $2.5 million cash surety bond with no 10%. Taylor's brother, 21-year-old DeJuan Taylor, was charged with tampering with evidence, firearm larceny, carrying a concealed weapon, and larceny less than $200. What did he steal?
What the?
Right. Where you get larceny from?
He received a $250 cash surety bond. Right? Prosecutors say on May 3rd, Lakylia and DeJuan drove to a store parking lot, got out of the car, walked over to a Jeep.
Bitch ass.
Now, come on, man. Come on. Now, this is what you call gaslighting. Y'all see that highlighted right there?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all see that?
Yep.
Oh, listen. Prosecutors say on May 3rd, Lakylia and DeJuan Taylor drove into a store parking lot, got out, and walked over to a Jeep. The way they explain the story is like they pulled in afterwards, they walked over to a Jeep that was already parked. That's how they make you believe this shit.
Right.
One of the victims, Taiwan Pierre Morris Turner, got out of the Jeep with a gun. That's his name. Taiwan Pierre Morris Taylor, a.k.a. Pac. Get out of the Jeep with a gun and got into an argument with DeJuan Taylor. The argument turned into a physical altercation, and Lakylia allegedly went back to the car and grabbed the gun. Hey, Taiwan. Oh, that's his name right here.
Master Splinter. Master Splinter.
Hey, Taiwan. Hey, Taiwan Pierre Morris Taylor. Hey, Taiwan.
I always heard you can't trust a motherfucker with 2 first names.
Hey, Taiwan.
He the worst type
here.
of dangerous.
You got your mans killed and sent to the upper room. Hey, Tom, this motherfucker Tom is always on it. Tom is always on. Okay, we found in Taiwan. Find this motherfucker Instagram. Hey, Taiwan, I know you ain't cooperating with the popo.
Definitely is.
You telling on a girl. He telling on a girl.
And he finna lie about it too, for sure, for sure.
Hey, he over there saying, but y'all don't know about Baby D. Y'all don't know about Baby D.
So wrong.
Then he shaming Tupac name. Tupac ain't ride on that. Tupac was ride or die. You feel me?
Hey, Taiwan. Hey, Taiwan Pierre. I know you not provide no
substantial fake information.
He the worst type of nigga. And that was the survivor.
Because he'd try to shoot at you and he'd put the law on you. You feel me? You gotta watch slime balls like him. He ain't no earthly good.
Hey, when you say nigga ain't no earthly good, that shit be the shit, don't it? Hey, when you ain't no earthly good, that means like you like some biblical Quranic shit, bro. When the nigga say you ain't no earthly good, that means what? Yo, I mean, who? I started thinking, who had you? Who can produce
he
a
say, nigga,
like this?
Nigga say you ain't worth dirt, nigga.
You ain't worth dirt. You ain't even good as a maggot. Even maggots play a role in the ecosystem, don't they?
You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Detroit Gossip, take us out. Take us out with this shit, bro. Take us out.
This is what's going on, y'all. On behalf of everybody on this panel, unanimously decided that they got what the fuck they deserve. Ain't no pity for these guys. Ain't no sympathy or none of that bullshit. Ain't no political correct talking. None of that. We know from the streets. If you riding with it, you dying with it. And that's exactly what happened. Appreciate everybody for tapping in. Go subscribe to everybody's channels. Follow them on social media. We'll get back with y'all at another time.
Uncle Juice.
We appreciate y'all for tapping in. Free them brothers and sisters. You feel me? Until Tupac, you should really take you another course of life. You feel me? You all around you, death been coming. You go die a horrible death if you don't wake up and change your life. You feel me? You keep bringing harm and you trying to live this gangster persona. Evidently, you feel me? You better find you another field to get in, because this ain't your field. You feel me? That gangster shit ain't working out for you, and it's causing other people that's around you their lives. So you need to try to jump into something else. Go get you a motherfucking job. After you finish telling on these people, they beat this case. Go get you a motherfucking job, because you just skate by the skin of your teeth. You feel me? And with that, I'm gonna leave y'all with hit that like, comment, and subscribe. Share our content. Go follow all of us, and salute to my co-hosts.
Public Figure Boogie TV.
I'm gonna put this on the spirits. That's what I'm gonna put this on. Oh, girl just had the bad heebie-jeebies, some badass spirits on her. She was fucking her son, her dead son, best friend. You understand? And bad shit happened to bad people. And somebody told her, I don't think you should do that. Something bad gonna happen. So her old ass fucking with this little nigga, juicing him up because she thinks she young, running around with this money. It put a whole lot of fuel to the fire with this nigga, with this old bitch. I believe all this shit really stem from a nigga being juiced up from a female, and niggas got what they got. And her son turned into the sixth man and used baby girl. And it is what it is. Like, nigga, you fucking my mama? Oh, okay. So I'm putting it on the spirits. Free the brother and the sister. They both of them did what they supposed to do. That's what I'm putting it on, though. Fucking son.
I'm always the bad guy. I'm always the bad guy. My honest opinion of this whole thing is that young man and I understand that they aftermath, they tampered with the evidence, they didn't stay, I'm thinking that because they didn't stay, they initially allowed somebody else to spin a narrative of what happened. And that's what cost them. If they would have stayed, I can understand the fear of not staying because of what just took place. But I think that because they didn't stay, they allowed other people to spin a narrative of what happened. And I think the prosecutor initially and the police, I ain't never seen an East Point black police officer. Have you, Juice? I'm pretty sure you got some, but I ain't never seen them. When you're on 9 Mile between Gratiot and Kelly, I ain't never seen no white and no black East Point police. I think they probably do get some.
Probably one or two if they got them.
Hey, Pierre. Hey, Taiwan Pierre Moore. What's the nigga name is? Taiwan Pierre Morris Turner. I know you ain't in there cooperating with the police, Taiwan Pierre. You got 2 first names and 2 last names. That right there, man, we can't trust nothing you got to say, nigga. You double-faced it, nigga. It's 2 of you. Taiwan Pierre Morris Chestnut. Whatever your name is, nigga, you got 2 first name and 2 last name. I don't know why the prosecutor believe that. You got to say you a double nigga.
Double fucked up.
Both of y'all wet. Taiwan and Pierre. Morris and Turner. Taiwan Turner, Pierre Morris. I know you ain't fucking with the popos. I know a Taiwan Pierre Morris Turner, aka Pac. You didn't walk them boys right to the upper room. I bet you both of them dead ass niggas right now saying they said, God damn. I wish I would have went over to my mama house, see my mama. I wish I would have went over to my baby mama house and chill my baby mama and play the video game. They'll never be able to do that again. They playing a big video game. Nah, nigga, they don't get no bigger than what they playing.
Because of him, though. It's all because of him.
Fucking with you.
Man, I'm with YouTube streets. Salute. We'll be back tonight at 9 o'clock, man. Tonight when we come back, we got a doozy for y'all when we come back. We got what we got? What are YouTube? We got
Skilla, baby. We got to talk.
We got Tory Lanez update. We got Remy Ma versus Papoose Part 20. Boss Man D-Lo versus the Transsexual. We got to talk about that. 50 Cent versus the Big Meat. Hey, 50. Where the evidence at? Where's the evidence that you said that you had?
Shots fired? Who paid shots fired on?
Who said? Who said that? What happened?
Some
What he
motherfucker shot
say?
fight.
Saying a
Who
shit
page
that
he
doesn't
on?
even got shit to do with you. What you say? Oh, you on Facebook? What that is? You must be upset. Shot fired. Let me see where he just said he made a comment somewhere. Where he made a comment? Oh, right here on Facebook. Money can't save you, ball. Oh, that's some old fake page. I'ma block your
Right,
bitch ass.
fuck
Hold
on
on.
fake ass nigga. Just scary. Yeah, you hide behind the fake page,
Yeah,
coward ass nigga.
you done create a fake page
And
on.
fuck your
I ain't
people,
know niggas
nigga.
created fake.
We speak on the fuck we want to speak on. Fuck you and your people, nigga.
Show your face, sucker.
Right.
That's what you do.
Yeah, show your face.
Gossip, you can't say that.
He say stop speaking my people.
Show your
Fuck
face.
your people, you whole ass nigga. Your people down there and telling on the motherfucker right now. Fuck your people, nigga, and fuck your mama. Ooh, you got the right one right here. Fuck your mama. Fuck your bootleg ass grandmama. Fuck your granddaddy and fuck anything. Fuck your pussy. Split say stop speaking to my people. Bitch, fuck your people. Tell your people to stop speaking to the Macomb County prosecutor office. Police, you bitch ass nigga.
Motherfucking you rap supporter. Fuck you and your people, nigga.
He say money can't save you, bald head. You mean save, bitch?
Right.
Is that what you mean save?
Illiterate motherfucker. Go to school instead of trying to be a criminal, you stupid motherfucker.
Yeah. Hey, you typing so fast in that fake ass page, bitch. See, you made us go over 2 hours. We ain't gonna go over 2 hours. We all get paid for this content. So us going over 2 hours mean we gonna get more ad dollars put on this goddamn video. Thank you. Thank you. Shot fired.
Fire, huh?
Boy, put a bone in your mouth, bitch ass nigga. You probably down there with Pierre. What his name is? Taiwan Pierre Morris Turner. Fuck you, bitch. You know when you use two streets, you gonna get cussed out. This ain't none of that other podcast shit. We with all this shit. Fuck you.
Right. In real life too, motherfucker, not the internet, bitch ass nigga.
Yeah, we come on, man. Hey, shots fired. Fire shot these balls and these dick, bitch ass nigga. You bitch ass nigga. YouTube street. We be back tonight, 9 o'clock. We got you interrupted my. We got the Tory Lanez update. Fuck Megan Thee Stallion lying bitch ass. Remy Ma versus Papoose. Boss Man D-Lo versus that transsexual. 50 Cent versus Big Me. 50 Cent. What this motherfucking evidence you say you got? Even though we don't need it. We rat with Cuffy. But we want to know what the evidence you say you had. You can't just be calling nobody no rat 50 and without producing that evidence that you say you got. Yeah, on top of that, since you trying to say that Big Meat's a rat, but you hanging with Pierre Thomas. You hanging with Pierre Thomas, QCP. We know for a fact he turned on nigga. 50.
All through the mall. He all at the mall fingering the nigga.
Hey, Kid Cudi, you let this bitch turn you into a rat, Kid Cudi? You understand calling Puffy a Marvel action figure hero?
Man, he went there too.
And the homegirl Henny say reviews. She in New York get all the DJ, all the Henny. She get all the Henny for us. We're gonna try to get Henny to give us a recap. She there in New York with that Diddy trial. Y'all know what it is, man. YouTube streets. I love y'all, boys. See y'all night 9 o'clock, man.
Love is love.
No.
Peace.
Peace.